Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So we're doing another pink palette, and this one is more of a subdued pink, a more elegant leaning pink look. Granted, you still have the purples because I just find that almost every pink palette you're going to have a purple. But I feel like you need something to balance it. Whether it be a purple, a green, something to sort of ground it, I feel like. Because if you go light, dark, even if you put the darkest pink, it almost sort of looks like it just blends together in a way. I don't know how to explain it. But this is a very it really is a subdued pink, to be honest, and not that like you can't see the pink, because I feel like you can. It's just a more elegant way of it. So we're gonna start by me. I'll show you all the colors at the end because I don't think I get hard pan when I touch these shadows, but I could. And I don't want to have to mess with that and do the shadows. So you'll see the shadows. So the first shade's a very, very light pink. And I would say that if you do have aging eyes, this palette is perfect for that, to be honest, because the shadows are so light and buttery and effortless that it just blends beautifully. It really does. Now again, I'm using my refer brushes. I know tools make a difference. I do. But I have used other brushes other than refer with this palette because when I first got this palette, I didn't have my refer brushes. So that means I would have had to probably have used Sigma or Sephora. They would have been more synthetic brushes. Now I will say that the shadows do work better with my refer brushes. It's like less work for sure, but at the overall like scheme of things, like the shadows do the work for you, no matter how you look at it. And these shadows are more satin shades, yes. So they just really do lay nicer on the lid. I mean, on the eye itself even. It's without it being like crazy. Although I will say my favorite part of this whole look is this blush. I am like living for this blush right now. And I don't know why I've never played with this blush before. Well, I have, but not in the way that I did it. It's the Divine Rose 2 blush by Pat McGrath. I use this blush all the time, right? But I strictly this time stayed in this hotter pink side. And I don't know, it just really did something. And then for highlighter, I'm using the Lunar Allure. But yeah, I'm just really living for this look altogether, to be honest. One, just because it is so easy to do. And two, it's given me my pink fantasy in a very fancy way, I guess. And you're going to get that vibe. This palette is still available, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. I didn't figure it would be, but it is, as of me filming this anyway. But that's the thing with this, is a high-end brand. There's a clue. like, it's not just the you know, you're paying for a little bit of everything, and sometimes you're just paying for packaging and a name, sure, but sometimes you do pay for the quality too. And I like this palette. I think it offers quality plus luxury in the way that it, you know, is. I tell you what though, I'm still tired. I'm going to take that same shade I just used and I'm going to run it across the lower lash line. I can't believe I got a grandbaby now, y'all. Well, I mean, another one. Like, I've had grandbabies for the last 6 years, I guess. Well, I got a grandbaby that's a boy. That's different. And he is adorable. I have the firstborn still. Grandbaby with me. I'm glad I did get a little bit of stuff filmed prior to this, because if I didn't, because it's like hit and miss on when I'll be able to film, so it's kind of nice to have extra videos. But look at that, like, that is so pretty. And it's not, it is a bright pink, like that's a bright pink, but it's not like an over the top type of bright, and I think that's why I like it so much. Now we're going to go into like a dark purple, and again, because these are such satin shades, I mean, they blend so beautifully into each other, onto the lid. I really do like this palette a lot. And like, if you have to work with pink and you're not used to it, this is the way to go. You won't be too scared of it because they're satin shades, so you really do have to build them up to get a look out of them. But you just do it slowly and then take it to as dark as you want and then be comfortable, you know? Because you want to be comfortable in whatever look you do create for the day. And like, that's good enough right there. That's enough depth for me, you know? It doesn't need to be over the top. But we will go back into that hot pink because I don't want to lose that hot pink color. And each shade just blends nice into the next. Now, is the palette worth the price tag that it carries? I don't know. It kind of depends how much, you know, you're going to wear these shades, number one. You know, if pink's not your color, maybe not. But maybe so, because you definitely will get a nice look out of them. But it's really going to depend on you. I'm going to put this metallic shade all over the lid. And it's effortless lit, you know? I mean, that just went on beautifully. It looks nice on my aging eyes. I didn't have to spray it. I didn't have to do anything. Now, this brush is amazing, though. I will say that. And actually, even though these are pinks, and it is bright for the most part, they don't stain my lid. So that's another thing that I do like about it. These pinks don't stain the lids. And I can't say that about every pink, you know? And then I'm just going to take a highlight shade and pop it in the inner corner here. And it's just going to give a little bit of something. Nothing, again, this palette, I mean, the lid shade's kind of like, but for the most part, you're not going to get like a real colorful boom in your face. Even though it is kind of a colorful palette, it is more subdued. Where did I put my lining brush? Why am I not seeing it? I try to keep all these brushes together. There it is. So I know what brushes I used and that sort of stuff, and the colors that I used, and then I go and lose them. So that purple that I had put on the outer corner, I'm now just going to line the lower lash line and top lash line with. And we're done. I mean, other than mascara, of course. Oh, poking myself in the eyeball again. So it kind of depends on what pink kind of looks are your looks. When I first started playing with color, this is the route I went. In a way, looking at the pink looks that I do now, like I said, this is like nothing like I usually do. I won't lie, you know. This is very, very like, did you even put a pink in there, you know? But sometimes you gotta just get comfortable with the color. And it almost leads me, I'm gonna use the Gucci for the top lash line, wondering like maybe I do need to go to these higher ends for different colors, like say greens and blues, so that I can get comfortable in seeing myself in them, and then go for more of the like booms in your face color, pigmented colors, you know? Because if you're scared of a color, it's going to be harder for you to create the look. That just is what it is. But if you're not scared of the color, then you're going to really create a nice look for yourself. And I do, it's been a while since I pulled this palette out, I won't lie. But I think at the time that I did get this palette, it was worth it. And I truly did use it quite a bit, because it gives me my pink without it being too much, and it got me really used to playing in the pinky purple world in a way, without it intimidating me, and without it scaring me, and without, I hate to see, without being looked at, but without it being like, why are you wearing pink at your age type of thing, you know? We're going to use the Lancome on the bottom lash line. And then for the waterline, I decided to go with pink with the Avatar again. The making, oh, blown away. I have really got to write this down because it's coming off, but it's blown away. So this is the final look using this particular palette. And again, it's a very simple look. It's nothing overpowering. It's nothing scary. It lays very, very nice over, like I said, aging eyes. It's not showing too many creases. It's a satin. All the colors are satin. Oh, let me swatch it. I guess I should swatch the colors I use now, huh? So I'll put them in order from the way the way I put them on my eye. That way you can see. And they don't swatch the best, I'll say that too. But they performed well, as you've seen. And that shade on my lid, can I just say, look at that. Oh, that's a gorgeous shade if I've ever seen one. Alright, so those are the shades that I used. And of course the first shade, that pink, is hard to see, but then there's the vibrant, the purple, the lid shade in my inner corner. And it is just so pretty. That lid shade wins me all the time though. And that's why I really need to use these palettes more, but with the collection that I have, it's so hard. But anyway, if you are thinking about a very, you know, subdued look, if you're starting color, this is definitely a line you could go to. And I know they have blues, which maybe I should get that. I might, just to give it a whirl. But can you guess this palette? Any thoughts? So you got the shades that I used, and it's a high-end palette. It's in all satins except for the metallic shade. But what do you think? What do you think the palette is? Let me know. I don't know if you'll guess this one. This one's gonna be hard. Maybe. But let me know if you can guess it. If you can, leave it down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Oh, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. And if you have this palette, do you like it? I'm just curious. Do you still pull it out? Because I'll be honest, I haven't in quite some time. Because I've become more comfortable with more pigmented shades. But, alright, that's it. I'll let you go. I've wasted enough of your all's time. Bye.